What's up, guys? All right, time to wrap up this day. Do we get any more trades to go up? Finished up. What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Coming down to Houston for the free stream. Let's go. You're the one that brought up the feet picks. Oh my gosh. You guys. Coming up for my fun features up, guys. Don't forget to sub to the channel. We're here live every single day afternoons. We're in the mornings as well. You guys can watch us in the mornings if you'd like. Bigger group there. Huge community. We have about, you know, maybe 4,000 something people come through in the mornings. 4,000 to 5,000. All right, setups today. You guys know the drill. I'm just waiting for, these are some of my key pivots here. Trade between DD bands. I don't know if we get anything else good to act on today, but I'm watching the Nasdaq pivots here. We have key levels. 947 was last night's pivot. That's right. 947 is current high pivot for today. It looks like we're just kind of chopping in that same range. I don't know if there's anything else I'd want to be doing though. Resiliences are good. Weekly resilience is sort of decaying a little bit, but that's okay. It just shows there's weakness at this lower pivot here. If we were to get another flush in here, might be worth taking. BCPI selling, you know, like just kind of shuffling around, getting some of that volatility out of the way here. The question really is, how do we finish up for the day? Do we close down in here? Do we rally up higher? I probably wouldn't be spending too much time trying to trade. The 6037 was that high pivot on the S&P I was looking for. I don't really think there's anything else I want to do today. After such a stellar day that I had, there's really nothing for me to risk further. The opportunity here is probably not to the upside. I think that we're probably going to stay contained inside of here going forward. So whether this market is not as volatile, so we probably won't get a big dip today. Any selling I would be a little worried about. What's up? What's up? Guys, don't forget to sub to the channel. You guys hit the like button too. Thanks for joining in. Dow had a great MHP break. Oh yeah, 100%. You guys can't see. Oh, my bad. I'm such an idiot. My bad. Market's just kind of like chilling between pivots. There's really not much I'm going to say. We'll probably be internal to this range here. I don't really think the opportunity is more down than probably up, but I'm not taking a short on this. We don't see your screen. How does 20-day course come with the indicator? Does it separate it? Yeah, so the 20-day course is like a daily thing that we do right at market close. And it comes separate. It's like 20 bucks a month if you guys want to do the boot camp. It's $1 a day. Trump gonna dump the market? Yeah, like in times like this, let's just wait to see if something cool happens, right? Oh, right now, lifetime until Wednesday is $1,500 off. We don't really do lifetime deals all the time. So today, lifetime is going to be up until tomorrow. For it's like our once, maybe twice a year sale. Our lifetime, which is full access to the platform, we just call it lifetime. Full access to the platform is going to be $1,500 off, which is $2,500 for life. And just buy the software outright. Normally it's $4,000, so we're really excited about that. Free trial for Executor, 50% off. Yeah, it's 50% off the first month is the trial. Wait, the website footer? No. What about the website footer, Alan? I didn't catch your message. Your chat was flying so quick. What's going on the website footer? Let me know. There's a massive space below the footer. Maybe it's just your browser. A rocket place? Rocket.place? The footer is pretty... I don't see a space on mine. Want to make my own prop firm? No. Not a business I want to get into. The margins are tight. I already run multiple companies that do very well. The prop firm is risky. And while it does do very well, it's also saturated. I have no desire to go compete against the bigs that are already there. I could probably use my influence to build market share and probably grow it like Brent did with Tradeify. And someone too. I know the nature of that business, and the nature of the business would go against what I do, which is teach people how to trade. It would be kind of weird for me to have a platform that teaches you how to beat the market and also try to squeeze you out of the market by owning a prop firm. A little conflict of interest there. And if I were to choose my career path, it's to help people beat the market. So yeah, I would never make a prop firm for that reason. And also because in a business sense, even if I did want to, it just doesn't make sense. It wouldn't be... Right now is like peak of prop firm explosion. It's highly saturated and it's likely to fail. So I'm going to do it. Make a prop firm where everybody wins. That'd be great, right? So we use options to predict volume. An option tells you where somebody's going to buy or sell the underlying with the probability at which they're going to do it. And options are priced accordingly. We use options to predict where volume will be. These orange and blue and red lines on my chart are predictable volume pivots. We use multiple methods to predict volume. Options are the main one. We have other tools that exploit certain things like margin requirements you can use to predict volume. There's all kind of neat, clever ways we do it. And in our boot camp, we teach you every single one of them. Each class is covering a different topic. Oh, you're talking on the left and right side of the footer? Oh. What are the red lines? They're called illiquidity pivots, and they're based on sudden, sharp, illiquid moves in the market that we can put balance points on. There's a whole technique on how to do it. Try to take this prop contracts in the chat GTP and ask, is this a fair contract? LOL. What does chat GTP say about that? Like, hell no. Yeah, most of the indicators are automatically placed on the chart. The ones I draw these on this futures chart just to have them easier for other people to see. Like when I click the index, it shows the options map. It's automatic, yeah, 100%. Market going up from here? I don't know. I don't really know from here. I want to say I think it will, but I don't really know. Like, I'm not really convinced. Oh no, what do you guys think? Up or down from here? Right now, below the footer, we're going to send a screenshot just in Discord. Just send me a message in Discord. How long until that sale is in effect? Until Wednesday at midnight. So one more day. Yeah, it depends on what Trump is going to talk about in 15 minutes, really, at this point. Right? Yeah, so lifetime sale is a very... yeah, it's very popular when we do it. Because a lot of people, you know, the monthly payment for Rocket Scooter is one thing, but some people are just like, I just want to buy the software one time. It's a big sale on that, and we very, very rarely will do it. You need to, nope, it's baked into the website. Just go to the website, it's there. Let me give you the link. It is already there. No code, no hassle, just checkout should have it. It's right here. Oh, wait, hold up. Oh, no, wait, never mind. It's not baked into the code. You guys need to add the code. My bad. It's not baked into the site. It's lifetime 2500. I didn't do the deal this time. Is the code. Yeah, you have to type it in. If I know I say I'm done, but if we had half gap with good res, will I long it? Yeah, obviously. I can figure out which accounts I'm going to long it in. How should we trade this today? It's an opportunity market starting to finally move a little bit. Volatility's picking up. Let's see if we can get a little bit more red out of this. I do need to make some trades in my fund next. I haven't touched that one yet today. What do I want to do with these guys here? A little bit of a fleshy flush here. What if this just turns out to be like just this crazy freaking sell-off day today? I'm kind of scared to touch this from here, even though the market's still trekking along. Let me see. With Trump talking, I wouldn't even be in a position, to be honest. VVIX over the last hour has been stable, I would say. No, sorry. Since lunchtime, VVIX has been moving very rapidly. And VVIX has been going up very quickly today. And VIX is sort of starting to wobble a little bit. Somebody said Trump is talking at like 1 o'clock, which is like in a couple minutes. I don't know where he's talking at though. Let's double check. There's nothing on the menu here. Should we a DM in Discord with the screenshot? Okay. Alan, are you okay? Oh, Alan, that's not our website. You're looking at, that's the old Rocket Scooter website. It's discontinued. It's just there as a placeholder. Rocket.place is the site. Thank you for sharing with me. Yeah, we've abandoned that site. If you click any of the buttons, it'll direct you to the new site. Thanks for showing me, bud. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Yeah, it looks like crap. If it was really the website, I would definitely need to change it. Yeah, so what he was talking about was the old website, the Rocket Scooter website. Now it should direct you to the Rocket Place, which we should do now. At the end of this year, we're going to decommission the site altogether. There's just still customers on that old site. We haven't taken it down yet. 4 p.m. Now it's at 2 p.m. earlier. Oh. Guys, if we hit the sub to the channel, give us some love over there. Come here live in the mornings. If you guys are just tuning in from My Fun and Futures, may you guys come over in the mornings. See, I do all my live trading here. We absolutely crush it. I mean, it's a fun stream we have. We do giveaways also on our stream, which is cool. If you guys at least support it, even if you're like watching My Fun and Futures or whatever, you know, through our stream, keep it up and help give us some views. Really appreciate that. Usually in the mornings, we have about 800 to 1,000 people in the chat at any given time. So in the afternoons, it's not really our normal slot, but we decided after Funded TV, we might as well come over here because nobody else has anything going on. And all the other TV shows out there are kind of lame. They're not really that good of traders over there. The other TV shows out there, I wouldn't watch. What's up, Ding T? What's up? I really wouldn't watch any of those other big budget shows out there. They're all pretty bad traders. Like not even average. They're just clueless. The IWM hits 215 today. I know. I'm like, it's like hard to say because the market has exhausted its momentum. We need a reason for it to move. And if Trump is talking today, you're kind of like in a crapshoot as to what can possibly happen. I really wouldn't be betting on anything now. He talks, the market's going to pick one direction and fly probably. Okay, from MFTV, love you. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. You started by the sip. Are you cooked? I wouldn't say you're cooked. I was contemplating grabbing it. His talk shouldn't be until after hours. YOLO, full port contracts long. Let's go. Trump say something good. It sounds like the talks have resolved with like, you know, both sides being optimistic about things being better. It's a 50-50 shot that you're cooked. Yeah. Guys, if you're new here, sub to the channel. We're starting to get our afternoon slot is not normal for us. We normally stream in the mornings. So probably afternoon, we get like 300 or 400 people watching at a time. Kind of small. We usually are 2 or 3 times bigger than that in the mornings. So build this afternoon slot. We can all chill in the afternoons. But the China talk is not going anywhere. They're just optimistic that it will go somewhere, but it's really not going anywhere. Good news, we dump. Bad news, you rock. Yeah, probably. Probably. Okay. What do you think about Clean Spark? I don't know anything about it, man. What is it? Tell me what they do. Whole lot of nothing about China. Sign up on our site. This trading style looks interesting. It's a lot simpler in application than most trading styles. There's not a lot of indicators. There's not a lot of noise. It's very discreet. I look for volume. I long and short where I can find volume. And I use a handful of confluence indicators to give me the strength and probabilities to adjust my position size. Trump should be speaking after market close. How many screens do I use? Just one. Well, actually, that's kind of a lie. On here, I just use one for charting. Because I'm doing prop firms, I need a second screen to manage all the freaking prop firm accounts. I got my funded, I got Tradeify, I got ETF. I got 2 live accounts, ETF live, my funded live, 5 Tradeify, 6 funded next, and 5 top steps. So I got all of that. I've been juggling forever. All those are on a second screen. In total, I have 7 screens total. This one runs the YouTube. This one runs all the DOMs. This is my charting screen. This one runs the encoder that broadcasts the stream. This is my Discord. And this is like browsers and random stuff. So, well, that's what you love about it. All right, the approach is very simple. The market's random. We're not going to try to weed out noise by finding patterns and candles and chart patterns. Stuff doesn't really work. We can find volume with a high degree of accuracy. So I just isolate, like, where do I want to trade from? I pick a spot that matters instead of just like right now we're in the middle of 2 pivots. Why would I long in the middle? I'm afraid I'm going to miss out on a long. Well, let me hit that lower pivot and let me hit it, right? And then I can make a bet at the right spot, and then my risk control is tight on that. If I can find where volume will be, then that's the only place I want to bet. And it's kind of the whole thing. Did I say your name, Matt? I always say your name. I always say it. Dom, Dom, Dom. I have 5 Doms on my screen. I got 5 pictures of you on my screen. Grab the market. Yeah, exactly. Can you use free or do recommended pay version? Marketplace for US equities. I'm not sure what you mean, Ken. For data, if you're talking about us with our data, the free version is delayed by 15 minutes. The paid version is real-time data. If you're talking about Rocket Scooters platform. Yeah. The equities data gives you your resilience and your DD bands and all, I mean, your DD indicators, all ends in real time with, it's $10 a month. Exchange data feed. So most people get that for the equities. And then if you want your futures stuff, you need to have a futures data feed. And the platform has some instructions that are emailed to you when you buy it on how to get futures data feed. You have to get it from our broker and it ties into our platform. How much total out of pocket? Oh, for the platform? $4,000 normally. Right now, $2,500. And that's the cheapest it ever is. Years ago, the platform, we could have got in for $1,000, but the platform's got substantially larger. And so the minimum price that it'll ever be is $25. This is as low as it'll ever go. So if you guys ever want to do lifetime, this is the twice a year sale we do now. Normally just once a year, but doing another one. Black Friday's the next time. The software is $2,500. And it's a cracked version of TradingView. So we built the TradingView white label with a lot more features to it. Yeah, damn inflation, right? The money song on the market. I want the market to rip, but I need a better long. I mean, I guess I could tap this with my funded next account. We get the lower redistribution zone, box bounce. Other than that, Art, it's normally $199 a month, and currently there's a special we have that makes it $159 a month and locked in for life, so it'll never go up. So if you do the monthly, you can lock in $159 a month. And you guys are supporting development of future tools in the platform. We've been building this thing. Fuck. All right. What the hell? Okay, let me grab a dip in my on the next account. The shit is that? Who's talking? Is Trump saying stuff? That's why you wait, man. You can always wait for this shit. Who's saying what, doing what? What's going on? I grabbed the dip on my funded next, just with one contract. That was really weird. Oh, well, let's hit it. Let's watch. Let me get a tick chart up so I can watch it. I don't know who's saying what, but whatever it is what it is. Was this a terrible decision? We shall see. Is there any? All my other accounts are kind of maxed out though. I really can't make any more. I mean, do I want to make more? Can you get a source of the news? Anybody that's out there that's paying attention? I don't see anything. Resilience is good. Nasdaq resilience is negative, so be careful for gap fill. Might follow the second spot twice. If I hit it again, man, I'll start tapping it a second time. Bond auction? Oh, you know what? That's probably what it is. Hold up. What do we got today? The 3-year auction. Oh, yeah. Okay, 3-year auction. No, that was already earlier. Oh, auction was earlier. Bond auction was earlier. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. Sometimes bond auction is delayed though. We'll see. Do I want to try to take a long stab at this on another my funded account? I just grabbed a dip in my funded next account. That's it, right at the box. Res is still okay. Just a retrace trade. Take a look at this. I have no idea who's saying what or what's going on, but might as well. Fuck it. One account. That's it. It's not even on the screen. It's off screen. So I'm not, my Tradeifys, my fundeds, I'm done with those. But I grabbed funded next at half gap because I didn't, and I only tapped it with one, so. I'm trying to watch news here. It's like the same thing as yesterday. It's volatility starting to pick up a little bit. That VVIX is rallying a little bit harder too. Yesterday was the same crap, just sold off near the end of the day. Kind of like blah. This is the second big volatile crunchy dip we've had today. So I grabbed the dip in my funded next account. Just right when we fell through it, I jumped in. Let's hang on to it. Pivot action would be right at that 875 level. That's kind of like the key pivot today. Maybe about here. I don't know what's going on though. I kind of hate longing without a source of news. That was right at the turn of the hour too. Was it? Because the bond auction was at 12. Hold on. Oh, wait. Let me double check that I'm on the right time zone here. Yeah, that was an hour ago. Sometimes the bond auction is late, but I don't think it'd be an hour late. Check NVIDIA. Well, looks like everything kind of dumped. Yeah, MHP break on NVIDIA. That could cause, that's probably what it was. Just technical reasons. Yeah. Well, the hedge break in NVIDIA could cause that. Question is, how are we going to recover from here? I'm not putting any risk on my Tradeifys. They're all kind of maxed out here. I will tap it one more time if we hit bear zone top. That's it though. That'd be it. Let's see what's flushing here. That's what I'm saying, guys. We don't like to pick up pennies in front of a steamroller. Let that shit fall. I'll figure it out from there. So Trump said something. Trump probably said something. I don't even know what it could have been. Resilience is still good on S&P. Half gap is still good to hold. Yeah, white dash line is still good to hold. That's probably all right. This is the moment of truth here. Do we get a flush or do we get a recover? I grabbed it with one funded next account. That's it. That's like the next step is I need to work on my funded next today. What's up, guys? Don't forget to hit the like button here. If y'all jumping in here, hanging out with us. It's got a $23,000 profit day today. It's all on screen. You can see. Oh, you can't even see it. My bad. Here it is today. Here's the P&L today. Oops. Let y'all can see it. It'd be so crazy if we got the second trade all over again that we had earlier. What do we think, guys? Are you hanging in there? You think we're holding? Dude, I had taken that rally, I had taken this rally, and like, what do we got here? Are we inching back up today? Are we gonna crash out and finish up like hedge pressure south. What do y'all think? How do y'all think we're gonna end up with this today? Did I take ES? I grabbed NASDAQ on my one funded next account. That's it, just one. On one funded next funded account. I'm not touching it with multiples because the funded next ones I need to babysit those. So I grabbed it with one of them that has some fat to play with. Probably up. Sasha says up. Yeah, probably. I think so. Like I think we're going up. I think we're going up. If Sasha says we're going up, I trust her. That's my trading strategy. Then we're going to go up. My platform's crashing. Bob says up, it's up. That's the rule. Oops. Gotta love when the platform decides to croak on me. Give me a second. Let me load back up here. Badger says up. We're going up. Up means up. I trust you guys. Y'all would never lead me wrong. What y'all say is what we're gonna get. See, if I take this long right back up to where that flush happened, I'd be happy. This was great. I can't find any news to support this. Volatility is low enough. This will probably crush. Nothing. LA mayor says I'll try to call Trump on Tuesday. I'll tell Trump to stop the raids. That was at 13:08, but this is exactly on the turn of the hour. California asked judge to immediately halt Trump's use of the military. Some comments about stocks and bonds. The bond market auction is showing weakness in the bond market. Yeah, the stock market is in a frenzy right now. It's the hottest place to be. Nobody wants bonds because inflation is high. Treasury bonds are a terrible investment choice. And inflation's high and possibly going higher. Bond market will get more attractive once CPI comes down. You start to see yields start going down again. DXY below NQ. I don't think that means anything, Gold Digger. They're not related to each other. He will name a successor very soon to replace Jerome Powell. White House is seen as a Secretary Bessent is seen as a contender to be the next Fed chair. Really? Which MFF account is the best bang for your buck? The expert account. It's not only the best account bang for your buck with MFF. The expert account is the best account in the entire industry to buy for end of the day drawdown. There's no consistency rule on the eval. There's no consistency rule on funded, and there is no daily loss limit. You don't find that anywhere. Funded next is a daily loss limit. Tradeify has both a daily loss limit and consistency rule. Expert has neither. So, my funded futures expert account, many of the like affiliates and pros out there will tell you it's like best in class. So, is there payouts get spread out over time like Tradeify? Let me just remember their payout schedule. I'm live, so I'm like daily payout. What is the expert payout like? Let me double check. I think it's 15 days. You're on a payout schedule. Is it 15 days? 14 days. 14 days. That's right. 14 days. Yeah, Tradeify is 10. My funded futures is 14. That's right. Thank you guys. Just 14 days in general. So it's like payout window, not 14 trading days. So it's like it's not a number of days traded. It's a calendar schedule, right? Starter Plus is also very good. Yeah. Starter Plus is much cheaper. Yeah. Art. Am I a trend trader? Range, mean reversion, VWAP, MA? What's the process? None of that. I've been in my own process. I do volume prediction with gamma exposure. So these levels you see on my screen are predictable high volume pivots. The algorithm to the right of the screen will show me flow and direction. Right here. And I trade with the flow and direction. So art, all I do is I trade off volume pivots only. I don't use any technical indicators overlaid on my charts. Zero. I do any of that stuff. None of that other stuff works. I find volume and I pick a direction and I use my confluence to pick my position size. It's a very simple process. But the complexities of finding volume and finding volume pivots, like today when it dropped to here, why I just grabbed the long, because I have this white line, bottom of the chart is greater than 0. Therefore, this white line is going to support high probability. That's all I do. The idea of Rocket Place. So Rocket Place is designed to be a WAP killer. And essentially it's a marketplace for traders with trading programs, with discords, with services, with businesses to host their business on our website. And the difference is between us and WAP is WAP takes a percentage of your Discord sales from you. We don't. We're basically created WAP and we gave it away for free because fuck WAP. You know what I mean? How do you find volume pivots? Proprietary thing. My fund of futures, I described a little bit of how I did it. We find them through various processes. There's different things we exploit. I will essentially get options data for half of the stuff we do. We find gamma exposure levels in the options world that mirror pivots in futures. We also use mechanical things in the futures world to find pivots. We use margin requirements, margin buffer limits, price banding, all these things to find pivots as well in the futures world. So most of what we do is to try to figure out to use clever mechanisms to find repeatable things inside of the market to find volume. That's basically like our proprietary method. Hopefully that makes sense. Hear about gamma recently? I'm familiar with it. Gamma is just the amount of delta. Gamma just means high volume at a level because of delta hedging and a lack of like explaining further what gamma really is. Gamma, when you find gamma exposure maximum levels, you're just going to see high volume at those pivots. So gamma exposure is a way to sniff out volume in the market. Am I an 89 baby? Oh, no, no, no. What's the upside target? Just back to the initiating point of the sell-off. Upside target exactly here. I'm about to close this trade out. About $1,000 of profit here. Just one. It's off screen though. This one I'm not showing this one on screen because I don't have a DOM for it. I'm just trading it directly from the Tradeovate platform. Just in this one at my fund index account. That's it right here. Back to the originating point right here. So on the next screen, I'm gonna start closing it out. News non-event. One more green, one more green, one more green. Give me a pop, give me a pop. Pop, and I'm closed. Okay. $878 on that one. I only trade it in one. That was my funded next account. What a day today, y'all. This is like incredible. I love seeing green across the board. That's it. I'm done. Anybody grab that? You guys long in that either? Now that I'm balancing so much on my screen all at once, it's been crazy. So adding to the 23,000, there's another $878 I made on that one. So my funded next, only when I traded. That's it. And that's it. That was fun. In, out, done. Hold on. Oh, she's coming home and making avocado toast for lunch. We had old cops rolling up at our gate a little bit ago. I duck over here breaking the law or something. Cops, we get this thing when you go to the front gate. They take a picture. There's like this AI camera out there. It takes pictures of your AI program. When the car rolls up, you know, the guards know who it is if they live here, if they don't. Cops roll up today, asking for IDOC. Apparently, and then it was a wrong person. So what's gotten mixed up is that apparently her name is on the list of just general people to contact with anything related to the community. Like she's the HOA pres or something. It's not really like a bad thing she did, but I'm trolling her for it. I think it's because we were looking to hire. We had this big party. We had to get police officers to come out because the HOA requires you to have police officers come out when you serve alcohol, just a city law. And somehow the cops were like, she was like, I don't know if I want to get arrested. I was like, what did you do? She's like, I didn't do anything. But they were just looking, it was something HOA related. And she's like, I'm not even the HOA person. I don't know how they got my contact. So false alarm. I had to answer the phone to make sure I didn't have to go bail her out of jail. But that's, so no clue. But she's like, yeah, and they were asking for me at the front gate. But they were like, no, she's not the person you need to talk to. You need to talk to someone else. So they gave her the right contact to talk to. That's today's profit. Yeah, that's what I made today in all my accounts. My funded futures live account at the top. Funded next funded account in the middle. My 5 Tradeifys below that. So it's $24,500 today. You fucking nailed it. Sorry, new fan. Guys, don't forget to sub to the channel. We're live actually in the mornings. We have a huge morning stream. This is like, have like our smaller afternoon stream. We just kind of chill to roll out the end of the market. But in the morning, we get like 800 to 1,000 people. Huge event, big trading. You guys watch us. If you guys come from My Funded, come over and hang out with us in the morning. How long have I been trading for? Since 2010. Avocado toast, cottage cheese, hot honey, and pepper flakes. Bruh, that sounds so good. The hot honey and pepper. That's what I like. She does avocado toast. It's incredible. It's like hummus, avocado, tomatoes. It's really, and she makes her own bread too. Cops are like, we have a report of someone being too green today. Market makers called us. Check it. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Finally, or you know, Procter and Gamble is finally sending their hired goons to take me out. He told him all the secret of our soap monopoly. He knows too much. Big Soap is out to get me. Yeah, getting swatted. Yeah, the guard bounced him. She's like, no. She's not the person you want to talk to. They were like, it's a misunderstanding. They were looking, it's like not even, it's anything related to the community at all. Noise complaints, whatever. It's community of Karen. So somehow her name got in the roster. And I think it did because we were the ones organizing a big memorial party here. And so we're on the list of like people who organize shit here, I guess. I think it was related to, they needed to talk to somebody who organizes shit here. Probably related to something non-issue. But I was kind of like, what did you do? I was excited to see what kind of law she broke. Like, what kind of crime is she committing? She's like, I'm going to lunch. Yeah, sure. Like she's out there like robbing a jewelry store or something. Like a cat burglar with a striped shirt on and a beanie. With a bag with dollar signs on it. Running out the back. Like a Tom and Jerry cartoon. He's telling people just to pee on their hands, to pee on toilet paper, and then you make your own wet wipes. That was today's conversation. My Fun and Futures, looks like you guys are asking Terry to show her feet. And this morning, Tab was telling us, you know, you can make your own wet wipes just by peeing on your toilet paper. See, when trading is slow, we get pretty creative here. Making your own bread is a game changer. Dude, it's so good. Like she makes this like, I don't know what it is, but it's just like crispy on the outside and it's good. Like it's really good. She bought a Dutch oven. Let me tell you guys something. You have a Dutch oven. She makes it in that. I know people who go out there and buy the Le Creuset or whatever it's freaking called. And they cost like $1,000. Look, go buy the knockoff Le Creuset on Amazon for $75. It's exactly the same thing and just as good. Because I was like, I went to Sur La Table. I was going to buy her one. Went to a cooking class and I was like, let me get it for you. She's like, no, it's like $700. I was like, yeah, but you'll use it forever and you'll like pass it down to your kids. She goes, no, I'm too Asian for that. I'm going to Amazon and buying a knockoff version. I'm never paying $700 for a pot. And I was like, okay, well, it might not be the same. And it turned out to be exactly the same. I got it. I looked at it and I'm like, I don't even know the brand. It's just a, and she's like, see, you got to trust the Asian. We find deals. Like you waste money. It's like, okay. So the knockoff Dutch oven, amazing, dude, for like literally $70. Ian has both of them. Dude, the Amazon one, there's like no difference. I can't even tell the difference. Le Creuset. Christophe. You know, actually my family's French and or French Cajun. And so my relatives all spoke French. Up to my grandma, my great grandma, they spoke like you know, Bog French, Louisiana French, that kind of Creole sound to it. But we didn't like we didn't learn it. My grandma and great grandma used to talk French to each other all the time though. IKEA had a good Dutch oven, right? Yeah, rule of thumb: don't pay $1,000 for Dutch oven. $100, you get a great one. It's the only morning stream for trading questions. Yeah, no, you can ask trading questions here, John. Like. Normally, I'm doing most of my trading in the morning, though. Daniel says, heard your story, how much you spent on trading until you started becoming profitable. Any tip for someone who's failing for 5 years and blowing up 100 evals? I'm just going to say only 100. I mean, some of your bigger influencers have blown up 5,000 evals. Okay. Some of my good friends out there blown up thousands of times. Part of the game. If you're failing for 5 years, the question I have for you, Daniel, is that's okay. Trust me, everyone takes a whole different approach to getting good at this. Have you been making like step changes to try different things? Like, have you tried throwing Tavis here is like, try it. That's all I'm saying. All right, I'll try it. I'll peel my toilet paper. Okay, so Daniel, have you tried anything different, like a new strategy, a new style, throwing everything out, starting over? Hello. Hi. You can come in and clean it here. Just I'm on a camera, so make sure live. So you can be in there, but just letting you know there's a camera. Yeah, it's totally fine if you're okay with that. It's okay. 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 She's gonna have to come clean the office real quick, so. Let me start tidying up a little bit here. Thank you so much. No, it's okay. We're just hanging out. Chris, I know what you're talking about, and not this. No, not this one. It's actually a true story. The last place, they're actually referring to a real story I told. I'm typing it in chat. Yeah, like they didn't think I would notice. That's the thing. And then that was kind of what. Have you been weighing pickle? iDoc has. Yeah, don't fork with me. Eva, were those your keys? You need to get your keys right. Like, that's right, because we still never found out who those keys belong to. So if you guys are just tuning in, there's a lot of funny stories. Like, I always tell these crazy stories about what goes on in our life. So one time, we found a set of keys here on my desk, and they were like a set of keys. There was a key for like a Toyota, and then a key for a Harley Davidson, and then like a bunch of keys, like it was a janitor, like, you know, lots of keys. And they're literally sitting on my desk, and I have no idea. We have no idea whose keys they are. We called all of our friends. We called every person that came in this house, every painter, every mover, everybody, and nobody claimed these random keys. So there's all these funny stories we've been telling about the keys. Like, they're like, iDoc's cheating on Matt, or Matt's cheating on iDoc, and we're lying about whose keys they really were. Who walked in the house and somebody completely had to run away without their keys. And so we've never were able to find who the magic keys belong to. So in chat, you're gonna hear every once in a while people are talking about leaving their keys at my house. That's the joke. Never figured out who it was. We've been looking around, like we went in the attic with a flashlight to be like, is somebody sleeping up here? What I think plausible what ended up happening is probably Victor. Yeah, we all think it's Victor. He snuck into my house. But no, the real reason we think what happened was I think I accidentally might have stolen them from somewhere inadvertently. Like they either ended up like when we go work out, you know, people put their keys in like little cubby holes and stuff, their shoes, their keys, everything there. And somebody, I'm like, the only thing that made sense is somebody put their keys in with our stuff. And then when I'm just grabbing my shit after I worked out, I might have shoved everything in my pocket and I might have just grabbed whatever was there and accidentally left with someone's keys. So then we started calling all the gyms that we went to see did anybody actually lose their keys, because they probably wouldn't have gotten far. Nobody claimed the keys. So I even boiled down to the idea that I probably stole them on accident, you know, or grabbed them by accident. Nobody could claim the keys. So no clue where they came from. I mean, when we moved in, so many people came over. We're giving people all kind of tours of the house and coming up here, but we had a couple air conditioner guys come through, and then we had some movers, some restoration hardware come through, and we had the moving company come through, and we called each of the companies to ask them, was anybody missing the keys? And the moving company said no, but they didn't actually maybe contact all the workers. I don't know, but they look like workers' keys. They could have been the AT&T. Oh, maybe the AT&T guy. I don't know if we called him. Anyways, whoever it is, we have your keys. Come get them. It's got to be Victor. They're Big Bob's keys. Keys just don't walk off, right? Like forks just don't walk off. I tell you. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, she's great. She's really great. We like her a lot. That is true. You guys, if y'all need any cleaning in Houston, like I'll tell you, she's great. I recommend her. Chris, all right, see you later, bud. I think after that last trade, I just said, there's nothing else I want to do. I've milked this market enough today. I would be absolutely like over trading if I did anything else from here. Yeah, Mike, the 20 day is designed to be a boot camp. Day after day after day after day. It's a training session, not just a teaching session. So boot camp is designed over a 20-day period to reshape how you think. And the person I was speaking with earlier, sorry for getting interrupted. It was my glass on. Who was it? Not Kirk, Daniel. So Daniel, you were speaking earlier. So the boot camp, there you are. The boot camp we do, I'll tell you, if you're looking for something to change, go through our boot camp. It's a mental change. We will reshape how you think about the markets. People have really, and I can't guarantee you anything, but if you're after 5 years, you need a drastic change. You need to do something different. The boot camp is like a $20 thing for the whole month. It's very inexpensive, and everybody in our community has gone through it. People can't recommend like doing it enough, because the difference is in boot camp is a master class on betting strategies. It's not a long at the VWAP. Here's the indicator class. It's how to bet properly. Risk management. It's all about position sizing, risk management, choice making. And by the end of the boot camp, people will usually say that they never really thought about their trades as much as they did. The meticulous effort you put into like trying to predict the direction of the market, we just put all that effort into sizing correctly and like the things that really matter. And if you're not succeeding at trading, it's probably because you do one of three things wrong. And everybody I talk to is the same thing. People either A, get the direction wrong most of the time. They just have a bad system altogether. B, they bet too big, which is usually everybody's problem. They bet too big. And 3 is they trade too often. You get through our boot camp, you're going to trade like 1/10 of what you did before. You're going to focus on only high probability setups, and and you're probably going to just focus on what works. Most people will like long and short and long and short and long and short. For the most part, I'm usually mostly long most of the time. And on rare occasions, I'll turn around and short it. I'm never flip-flopping. I'm usually waiting. So most people don't avoid the market enough. They're always trying to be in a trade. Let me get some action. Let me get some action. You guys saw me today, right? The 2 trades I made on stream, that I bought the dip and that I bought the dip. I haven't touched it since then, right? That's masterful approach to strategic avoidance. And the less you do, the more. You might say, boy, this guy just sits around a lot and doesn't do anything. Well, I'm $24,000 richer. And this only took me maybe like 20 minutes total for each trade. And the trade from last night, I longed at my pivot and set a stop loss and drove to the airport and came back home $16,000 richer. Trading is not easy, but my application is very precise and I'm not always trading. I've spent 90% of the day sitting out. And this is part of what people don't do. They don't sit out enough. Reading charts is good. What it is, yeah, Daniel, it's a mental game, bro. And I'll tell you, everybody here suffers from the same mental games. One of the 2 things, you're probably just betting too big. Boot camp. If you guys have done the boot camp, let him know what he's in for. It's kind of one of those things where people just say, you know, trust me, do it. It's $1 a day for 20 days. It's a 20-day thing. We're at the end of it now. Today's actually the last session of the boot camp. We have 3 bonus classes, and then we're going to start back up in 2 weeks. So there's the link. And in not this Monday, but the next Monday, we're starting all the way over from scratch. And it's only $20 for the whole month, dude. It is like designed to be free-ish. Dropped your cash account 40% just on panic. Big drops earlier today. Had to walk away. I have a job interview in an hour. Can't wait for some constant income. Consistent income. The job interview is your consistent income, right? Yeah, Michael says to him, yeah, your position sizing is the biggest focus of the boot camp, is the proper amount to trade. Most of what we train you on is how much you should be trading relative to each other. You have a big trade, a medium trade, a small trade. When do you do when, right? When do you hit it hard? When do you not hit it hard? When do you have confidence? Difference between longing and shorting are completely 2 different styles of trading. You know, how to incorporate volatility. All this stuff people don't think of. We cover all of it. What broker I would use? I use AMP, John. Iron Beam is also good though. Which account size to start your live with? Okay, rule of thumb. A trading account, what position size you trade. If you take your net lick of your trading account, divide it by the initial margin requirement of the futures trading contract you're trading. Get that from the CME group. It'll tell you about the maximum number of contracts you should be trading. It's a good rule of thumb. For most people, it's about $20,000 a contract currently now in the S&P, give or take. I think it's about 20. So about every 20 or so thousand will be about 1 contract you want to trade. Now, a rule of thumb that other people use is don't put all of your money into a single account. If you have 100,000 to your name, you want to start trading futures, put 5,000 into account or 10,000, just a fraction of it, and work that 5,000 up to grow it. And if you bust, you got 19 other chances of that $100,000 to take it. When you're finally transitioning to a real account, start small, start very small, because really your education in a real account comes from not from making money, not from trading, but from when your account is right here, close to zero, and you're freaking out like, oh God, please, I'll do anything. I'll visit my mom more. I'll donate to charity. Please just save my account. Whew. Okay, I'm good. Oh, I'm good at this. Oh God, it's terrible again. I'm gonna, I busted. Shit, life is over. Well, no, that's just attempt number 1. Then you got 19 other attempts to go for it. Your education actually came from that. All of this you can forget about, but you learned everything you need to know about yourself right there. And that was definitely worth the $5,000 you busted, right? That makes sense. It makes sense. Did he just say he busted? What are you talking about? Mike, awesome. Yeah, come to it. Yes. We call that one tuition. What are you doing?
Making you avocado toast.
I thought I was going to bail you out from jail.
Almost. Did Chat hear about that?
I told him the story. I told him how you're secretly a cat burglar at night.
I literally almost got arrested.
You wear a black and white striped shirt with a black beanie and like a bag with dollar signs on it.
As long as I look cute in the outfit, you know?
Yeah.
But I went and bought some chocolate and gifts for the guard. For not just letting anyone through. That was very helpful.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. You may or may not get an egg because she just washed the stove and so it's wet. I can't use it.
Okay.
Is that okay? Avocado toast and no eggs?
No egg. How fucking dare you?
I will rig this. Don't worry.
No.
I'll figure it out.
Are you kidding? No egg?
I'll
I thought you loved me.
I do. I'm actually going to go outside
God.
in the scorching sun and make eggs with the heat outside. Oh, your griddle. Bro.
Okay, yeah.
Solution.
Thank you. Wait, you know how to use it?
You turn it on.
Yeah, okay.
That's it,
Put
right?
some oil on it.
Okay, but I don't want to clean it. Can you clean it after?
I'll clean it, yeah.
Okay.
It's really simple. The oil's in a squeeze bottle in the fridge. Just pop a little bit on it, and then, yeah, it's like a pan. It's like a giant pan.
Or I have the Asian thingy.
What dance are you doing right now?
I'm trying to describe what I'm trying to explain to you. We have that Asian thing where you put the in there and
all of our things are Asian things. And then you go, which Asian thing?
And it goes shh.
Okay.
You guys get it? Hibachi? No.
Do you have the Asian do you have the Asian thing? The wok people are guessing.
No.
It's the wok?
No, it's the square thingy where you put the gas in on the side and then you it's called a wok?
No, you're talking about the stove?
The stove, yeah.
It's not even an Asian thing. Everyone has a stove, a camper stove.
My English is not Englishing right now. No, it's not a stove.
It's a camper stove. It's a little, I know what you're talking about. You go to the Asian grocery store, it comes in a little black suitcase looking thing, and you open it up, and this little camper stove, it's a burner, and you put your gas on the side.
Yeah, and then you...
So it's called a stove. We call these things stoves.
Yeah. Only Asians have stoves. Only Asians have stoves.
Is that what it is? Oh my gosh.
I don't see anybody else but me use it, so that's why.
Victor says only Asian have stoves.
It's actually the other way around. Asians really don't have stove. But when we discovered the invention of stoves, we can't stop using it. Overuse it.
So you can use the gas camper stove, but you know what you should do is just turn on the griddle. Much easier.
Okay.
Later. Oh my god. Thank you for choosing to cook an egg. Really appreciate it. I'm actually really hungry.
On a stove. Okay.
Hey, your mom. We picking your mom up? She's coming over.
Well, we're gonna have to Uber her or we're gonna pick her up.
Let's Uber her.
Okay. Are you gonna Uber her?
Yeah. Are we going to? Yeah, I'll get her an Uber Black this time, just like last time.
Like last time. Okay.
Yeah. Do you want? Are we gonna work out? Do you still want to do that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Not today.
All right. Well, Pickle.
Whoa! What is this?
Oh, I made like 25 grand, I think, almost today.
What?
Yeah, it was all green.
That's super green.
Yeah, remember how much I was rushing from the airport? I told him that story. How like you'd be rushing me home to close it out.
Yeah. I literally Tokyo drifted all the way home.
Yeah.
I literally was like, Mom, put on seatbelt. She's like, huh? Remember?
Yeah.
I told my mom to put on her seatbelt.
She's like rushing to get me home because I wanted to close out so I didn't bust out my consistency. I was like making too much and I didn't want to go above 10K. And I definitely close it out because you can't, the consistency is busted if you make too much. Then you gotta, it takes a lot longer. So I was actually freaking out that I made 10K. I was like, I really wanted it to be like 5.
I wish that was a problem that I had. Don't you guys agree?
Yeah.
Doesn't Matt sneeze and he makes money? Accidentally?
And then she sneezes and she spends it. All right. See you later. Bye, Pickle. Bye, buddy.
He doesn't want to leave you. Oh my god.
What's up, dude? I was say hi to chat. You guys didn't get to see Pickle today. Let's show the Pickle. What's up, big boy? How big is it? Oh, always bites my face, bro. Bite my face. He hates being up here. See? Why? Why are you being? Look, it's you. Look. Look. Needy dog, man. That won't fit here.
Bye, chat. I'll see you after the egg debacle.
That's really nice. I told them about your bread, how good it is.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have any though.
No, sorry.
I bought some. You can toast it also on the griddle.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. But anyways, all right, so let me tell you the story about my forks, right? So, yeah, and I wasn't trying to say this. Our new cleaning lady is awesome. If you're in Houston, I'll hook you guys up with a good cleaning lady. But my last one, I swear, I started noticing my forks were different. And I started asking people, like, did I leave a fork at your house or something? And, like, nobody, you know, we weren't, like, taking our dishes somewhere and leaving them. So as time went by, over a 3-month span, my forks went from 8 to 1. I had 1 fork left. And her and I were ultimately splitting the last fork. And we were like, where are our forks going? Either A, somebody's stealing them one at a time to collect a set, or B, somebody's really mad, was just throwing it away to troll us. Maybe they hated us or something. But we noticed this because you guys know your little Asian soup spoons, you know, the little plastic white ones with the curved handle. We used to have a whole set of those, and they absolutely disappeared. Like somebody had probably thrown them away thinking that they were, you know, disposable or something. So then that's the first thing that went missing. All of our soup spoons were gone. And then next, the forks started disappearing, and we're like, is somebody throwing away our silverware? Or just like, they're washing dishes, they're like, fuck it, throw it away. And then I was like, somebody's got to be stealing our forks. And she's like, nobody's going to just steal a fork one at a time. I'd be like, yeah, somebody that wanted a full set would steal a fork one at a time and also end up with the full set, then you wouldn't notice. And then finally, I pulled the plug when I had a whole bottle of cologne end up missing. With the larger bottles, Le Labo, and it was probably like $300 bottle of cologne, just absolutely up and went missing. And I didn't go anywhere that month. It was just gone from my bathroom. And then we were like, all right, somebody's got sticky fingers and we're going to pull them. So I literally called the people and I was like, I'm missing cologne. I'm missing forks. Our soup spoons are gone. You know, we're going to fire you guys. And it was just a service, you know, and they were like, oh, well, we'll replace the cologne for you. And they did. They actually went and bought a bottle for us and replaced it. But I swear our former house cleaners were stealing our forks. I'm going to die thinking that. Either that or we got a fucking black hole in here where forks exit and keys enter. And I don't know. There's a portal somewhere in here between this world and another world. And there's somebody out there who's got a pocket full of forks wondering where their fucking keys are. Because that's what's going on. And I don't know what happened. They look down, they try to drive their car, and they're like, where all these forks come from? I don't know. Like, I don't know. So we have weird stuff disappearing and weird stuff appearing in this house all the time. And we don't even know. And I don't even know. Right? Bart's brother in your attic. Yeah. You only have left foot socks left. Yeah. Well, you know where all your socks are, right? You go take apart your washing machine. You will find all 50 of your socks down inside of that motor in that area. Personal question. You don't have to answer. What's the size of your main live account? I can't tell you. That's a secret. But just letting you know, it's big enough to be worth my time. So if I'm pulling, you know, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a day, it's substantial. But I also have really good trading stats. So my offers when I go live are usually pretty much better than most people. So, but they really do well. When you go live with the firm, typically with like a MyFunded or an ETF or something, when you go live, I think they typically start most traders small. Like probably, I hear some people go 5K, some people go 10K when you first go live. And then once you prove yourself, they go bigger and bigger. What size are my shoes? 9.5. I'm almost 5'11". I've got tiny feet. I got small wrists. Everything else is big. I mean big. But you lost your keys. You lost keys. Use forks to pick lock. Definitely works. So hopefully earlier, Justin, if I answer your question, just going back to the serious part, whenever we are talking about trading program here, the trading program is actually very serious. We're goofy on the stream, but the training program is by far, I'm going to tell you, and we tell you guys after 3 days, if you take our boot camp and you don't like it, we'll just give you your $20 back. And in the time we've been doing it, nobody's ever asked for a refund. So, but if you guys don't like it and you're like, it's not my style, we'll totally coffee your money back. No big deal. But the boot camp is very substantial. We got about, per session, like 200 something people are there. It's usually pretty big. And so in 2 Mondays, we start over. So I want all you guys to come, you can follow along. We teach you risk management process, position sizing, all of that, and market avoidance. This is like the key points of what we do. The difference between, I think, what we do and what others do is when they teach you trading, they'll teach you, think of it like teaching blackjack. Somebody will teach you a jack plus an ace is blackjack. When you get a jack and a queen, split it, double down, all these different things. You're learning the mechanics of the game, and that's like chart reading. But when somebody tells you, when you have this card and this card, and the dealer has this card and that card, this is the size of your bet, this is how many chips you have left, you bet this big with this confidence and this probability. That's what we teach. We're on that side. It's a betting class, and trading is about where you bet and how much you bet. And we focus just solely on that. And by the end of the 20 days, you become like an expert at risk management based decisions like that. It only takes 20 days to really reshape somebody's mentality about how they approach, how they trade. You don't have to trade your different system, different style. Your ins and outs are always the same, but how you approach your risk is different. And we shape risk managers here. That's for sure. What happens after the boot camp? Well, ask the people here. Who here has gone through the boot camp? We have some generic, like, audience here, but who here has gone through the boot camp? And the general population. Tell somebody here your experience with the boot camp. That way it's not like a sales. So there's a link for it. Like, there's YouTube vids, somebody's living in the attic, probably, right? Crazy. You started putting, once you bought a pack of 100 chapsticks and they had on sale for like 15 bucks, you started putting them in your wife's pockets, car purses, everywhere. Oh, that's an amazing troll, dude. That is so funny. What are my thoughts on the relation between NASDAQ and ES? They're loosely related. Actually, they're not related at all. They're both separate indices. They just overlap each other. The major components of the NASDAQ are also the major components of the S&P. So when those stocks move, they both move. When utilities, financial, energy move, the NASDAQ doesn't move. So it's kind of like a crapshoot on them. But the fact that the majority overlap is the top 10 stocks in tech and comms, because of that, they'll both move pretty much at the same time all the time now. But there was a time in history where NASDAQ and S&P went two totally different directions. There was a time in my early career trading when banks were the biggest stocks ever, and NASDAQ did its own thing just like the Russell, and S&P did its own thing. There was a time when oil companies were in the top 10 stocks, kind of like same thing. But now that tech is in the top 10 and communication top 10, NASDAQ and S&P kind of like line up most 96% of the time, I think is the current correlation. 96% of days that are green in the S&P will be green in NASDAQ. So MFFU scales you in life. All trader funding programs will scale you when they determine that you're a good trader making a lot of money. Holy shit, what's going on here? Is Trump talking or what? Bruh. Okay, who was still in that long, by the way? Who took that trade? This is the inverse of last Thursday. You guys remember last Thursday when it fell and came up and fell and came up? Now it's like rising, come down, rising, come down. Who here was in that long today up to this area here? Jesus. Do I think CPI will be hot tomorrow? No, I don't think CPI is going to be hot at all. It's very expected. 2.5% expectation. We had a 2.3 last time. I don't think we're going to break 2.5. The trade war stuff is more mild now, so I think it's going down. But yeah, so if you go to the boot camp, give like an honest opinion because people are asking about it. Maybe there's an alien door in your house. It's probably what it is. Small hands like Charlie's uncle. Can you not get my hands in the photo? I'm a lawyer. It's like, I love that show. All right. Is there a service that takes credit card? I think most of them do. Lifetime rocket scooter. Let's go. How to connect to the bootcamp trading hack. The link is in chat. I'll post it one more time. How does a member get access to what I'm seeing each day on the levels? The members just get access to the software. That's the membership here. We're not just like it's not like a Discord, like a paid service or anything. When you subscribe to using the trading platform, the Discord, the bootcamp, all that is free. When you actually are using the platform, all the stuff comes with it. So you get the software yourself if you're subscribed to the platform. Somebody says you can pay payouts from prop firms for more than a year. So you're thinking of just dumping 50K into a live. I would say in general, John, I can't give you investment advice. So I can't advise you on your decision. I would say if I had 50K to my name to invest into my trading education, I would start turning a 5K account into a 10K account. Get the 10K, pocket the 5. Keep going. Get the 10, pocket the 5. Get the 10, pocket the 5, and keep starting with your same balance. If you can learn how to turn a 5K account into a 10K account, and you can turn a 50 account into anything. Your goal is to see if you can double an account. And most people will start out really small. I taught this to my buddy. He does this. He still does this years later. If you blow up your 5, you blow up your 5. You got plenty left over. The goal is to learn how to make accounts survive. And you're going to have good streaks and bad streaks through it. I would never dump everything I have into an account. I would keep a tenth or less of what I have into a single go at the market. You can turn 5 into 10K in futures in a single trade. So that's enough to trade with. I tell people this all the time. You don't need to start big. The goal is to survive. So you have to train yourself to survive. It's critical if you want to use the rocket scooter platform. Otherwise, all the lines don't mean anything. Yeah. Excited to do your 4th bootcamp, Ian said. It's always more to learn. You think order flow, imbalance, and absorption is a good way to get sniper entries along with ICT, which is what I trade? So, John, you line up our stuff with ICT, you'll have a good time. We'll show you where volume will be, and then you line up your ICT level, your stuff with us. It'll work perfectly. A lot of ICT traders, when they discover our stuff, they're saying this is the missing piece. Have anyone been able to log into the Fund Next account if they implemented the 2-factor? I haven't tried. Let me try. Maybe I already did. I'm logged in right now. You just bought the course. So Mike, every day at 4, we have a Zoom call. Today is the last course of the previous bootcamp. So today is course number 17 of the 20. And then we have 3 bonus classes after this. You can come, they'll probably be lost. We start over not this Monday, but the following Monday. Now, if you want to get ahead now, start watching the videos. They're in your My Courses section on the website or in our Discord, the 20-day section. And you could just start watching the videos. That way, when we catch up in 2 Mondays, you can start, or you can just jump into the session today and see what it's like. But this is class 17 of the 20. So not this Monday, but the following Monday, we start all over. Does Rocket Scooter platform work with Bitcoin or Ethereum? No, we don't trade crypto. You paper trade a 250 account to $1 million. Does that count? Bro, it absolutely counts. Use Webull, but after using Top Step funded to fill times to fill are delayed. Any experience with recommendations of a broker that does futures? Trade-Evate Ninja is pretty good. If you just want to all-in-one with the platform and a brokerage, you can go for the Trade-Evate route. It's pretty good. Or the Ninja Trader route. So what happens after the boot camp? Well, the boot camp is going to teach you betting principles. And what you're probably going to do is start realizing what most people do is you're realizing you're just betting too big. And probably immediately during the boot camp, you'll probably start sizing down how big you're trading. What a lot of people learn that they when I tell you, it might not seem like I'm putting a lot of risk on the table, but you don't need a lot. Each of these trades today, the exception of my very first trade, which is a 4 contract, which is the biggest I ever go in NASDAQ. Very rarely do I go that big. Normally I go 2. These are all 1 and 2 contract trades. There's not a lot of risk put into that. It doesn't take a lot to make a lot, but a lot of people oversize. I see people 5 and 10 contract longs and stuff. Hey, was that? Did you grill that on the griddle?
No, I actually used the Asian thing.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't want to walk outside. It was too hot. Oh! Oh my gosh, Matt.
You out of breath?
Can you tell them where I got this cherry?
Wow.
I hand-picked these cherries from a tree, literally, and flew it all the way back home to Texas for Matt.
Those cherries are like my favorite thing. I love cherries.
Look how red they are. Show them.
What?
No, not bad. You already ate half of it.
Yeah. Yeah, so she went cherry picking. It was good, man. Oh, they're tart. I love it when they're tart. Actually, nobody steals my fork.
At least you know where it came from.
You know what I'm saying? I told people that, essentially, there's probably like a portal here where there's somebody in another universe with a pocket full of forks. Forks?
Definitely.
A pocket full of forks wondering where their keys are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's like some kind of like black hole in his pocket to where his keys end up here and our forks ended up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's straight up like the Thor movie where one portal leads to another world.
Yeah.
We're losing their shiz.
Mm-hmm.
Bye. Perfect. There we go.
MHP and half cap lines are auto-populated in the software. Yes, Chris. Let me show you. So for any stock or ETF or anything, they're going to be in the software. So I go here and I click my watch list. Like I can load up QQQ. It's going to auto-populate all of the levels here. SPY, auto-populate all the levels. You know, IWM, all the levels. But any stock, it'll do it for you. And what I do is when I open my futures chart, I just redraw them kind of where they are over here manually. We're kind of working on trying to get the futures side as automated. Some of the futures indicators are automated, but converting the equities to futures is something I still manually do. And these labels are manual, just so you guys on the stream can see what they are. Oh, yo, that long is great. The Asian stove. Yeah, pretty good. How do you get into the Friday contest? Oh, so Lance, we're just gonna do a random drawing, and when we draw your name, it's the honor system. And then once we draw your name, you got to prove that you got to prove that you bought the accounts. Oh man, that's good. Pocket full of porks. Okay, guys, that was a good trading day. All right, don't forget to sub to the channel. I'm gonna get out of here. I usually get an hour break. Boot camp starts in an hour. 2 Mondays from now, we start over from class 1. It's a live session right at market close. Today's class 17, so we're at the end of this. And Daniel, in two Mondays from now. So you have like a week and a half to get ahead on the videos. I'd recommend watching a few of the videos ahead of time. Because when we teach the boot camp, we kind of reintroduce the same topic and go over the video together, but incorporate the current market conditions into it. And the classes are recorded, yeah. So you can watch the videos on your own if you can't make the class. What is all over my hand? Oh, hummus. All right. Guys, I got to get out of here. Gonna take a break, eat my lunch. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, you got Rocket Scooter code everywhere you go. Support the community, support the platform, support what we do. Use our code. Helps feed a lot of mouths here at the Rocket Scooter Corporation, and we love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow morning, 8:30, bright and early. I'll try to get here 10 minutes before CPI so we can watch it together. So I'll try to get here and start my stream at 8:20 instead of 8:30 so we can rock it right in CPI. Today's movement shows me that the market is not afraid of tomorrow's data. So I think it's going to be very muted and very mild CPI day. But we'll see. All right, we'll see y'all later.
Market spinning in chaotic haze. Rocket scooter blast through the maze. Volume prediction shows the way. Leave the doubt and the fray. Liquidity map paints the scene. Hidden nodes like ghosts unseen. Reverse engineer to see the light. Illuminate the darkest night. Rocket scooter has got the key. Pull back curtains, let me see. We're institutions. Future volume crystal clear. Rocket scooter leads, no fear. No more guesswork, no more loss. Seeing past the others cross. Institutions will be seen. Predict the flow like a machine. Rocket scooter, you've got the key. Pull back curtains, let me see. Where institutions hide. Doubt can't live where you reside. Trends we ride with heads held high. Resilience makes the weak ones fly. Future volume crystal clear. Rocket scooter leads, no fear. No more guesswork, no more loss. Seeing paths the others cross. Institutions